It looks as if WWE is saving a confrontation between Triple H and CM Punk for some undetermined moment in the future, as Punk called out Triple H on Raw. But instead, he came face to face with Shawn Michaels. These are two big names with big personalities to boot. So did the best in the world showdown with CM Punk deliver. You see what I did there?
Yes, good puns.
Yeah. I think this is just an anomaly. I hope that's the right word. Charlie's not here, so he won't be able to help me out.
Hey, I'm the vocabulary guy. He's just good with the grammar and stuff. That is a word. Yeah,
right. I know it's a word, but
you used it in the correct context. Yes, you did.
Right, great. I think this is just an anomaly. There's no way that Shawn Michaels. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. I'm not saying I don't want to see Shawn Michaels have another match. I'm a huge fan of his in-ring work. It's just I don't want this guy to end up like Ric Flair, just walking out there 50, 60 years old and embarrassing himself. Saggy, you know, his skin is all like wrinkled up. His hair is completely bleached white. He's like, you know, hopping around the ring, bleeding all over the place. I don't want Shawn Michaels to be that guy. He had the absolute perfect retirement with The Undertaker, and I don't want him to tarnish his legacy. Now, as long as this thing with CM Punk, if Shawn Michaels is going to come out of retirement, which I doubt, he is not going to do it against CM Punk. It just makes too much sense to do this against Daniel Bryan, the guy that he has trained, well, storyline-wise. The guy that he storyline-wise trained and helped get into the WWE. CM Punk and Shawn Michaels, even on paper, it sounds okay, but not like Daniel Bryan versus Shawn Michaels. I'm not saying
Shawn Michaels actually did train Daniel Bryan, just so you know.
I always heard that William Regal was the one that really helped him get in.
That is true.
He did, but he did train with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, he was at Shawn Michaels' school, but the story is that I guess there wasn't too much of a connection there. Like, they built up on the fact that he was at his school. Like, CM Punk actually said on commentary one time that Shawn Michaels didn't train Daniel Bryan, he just stole his money.
I could see that.
The storyline works, makes sense now. Shawn Michaels getting revenge for that line from years ago. I don't take money.
But yeah, I just don't see CM Punk versus Shawn Michaels. I see Shawn Michaels versus Daniel Bryan. It even has a better ring to it. And what better way to have Daniel Bryan go or improve himself by beating Mr. WrestleMania? You know? The segment, I forgot to even mention the segment, but it was cool. Great mic work from both guys. I'm just kind of wondering why we see Shawn Michaels. Maybe it's because they were still in Texas. They were in Dallas at this point, though. I don't know how far that is from San Antonio. Same state, but still. Shawn Michaels, the more I see him on TV, yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't want to see him so much to the point where, okay, are you going to have a match? Do you have like some type of purpose? Are you going to be the GM? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how exactly old he thinks Shawn Michaels is, because he's nowhere near the age of Ric Flair right now to be saggy and all that stuff, but I honestly don't want to see Shawn Michaels in the ring with either guy. I think because he did make a promise to the Undertaker, and if you look at like backstage stuff from when that match did happen, how Undertaker felt about that match and how Shawn felt about that match, it seemed like it's too much of a perfect ending to go back on like Ric Flair did, and so many other retirement things have happened in the past. But as for the segment as a whole, I thought it was great. CM Punk, I just hate the thing with the segment is it was a good segment, but I'm like, I hate that CM Punk's kind of in a nothing. He's like in purgatory right now. Like the mid-card purgatory, because he did a thing with the Shield, that was fine, and he's planted seeds for a Triple H feud, but there's no progression with it. There's just, I just want him to be in a concrete storyline right now. He was in that Paul Heyman thing that was for months. Now he's kind of out of there. I don't know what he's just roaming around, and I think what CM Punk needs is a purpose right now, and maybe the Royal Rumble is that purpose. I'm just saying they need to start planting those seeds quicker and a little bit better if it's going to be a Triple H feud or whatever they're doing. As for Shawn, stay out of the ring unless you're going to ref or something like that, because you're a good storyteller when it comes to a ref. You're good in the ring still, I'm sure, but as far as the scenario you have been given, you should just stay out. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about that segment. Shawn Michaels was great, so was CM Punk. Two good mic workers right there.
Yeah, I enjoyed this segment. I will agree with David. This should be CM Punk. I don't know. I mean, this should be Daniel Bryan. I don't know what they're doing with CM Punk. Maybe this is going to lead to the Triple H thing, because Triple H and HBK are best friends and all, so who knows what's going to lead. But honestly, if Shawn Michaels did come out of retirement, like I hope he doesn't, but if he does, I imagine his match would still be amazing. I'm pretty sure his talent would still be up there, and he needs to be versing Daniel Bryan, but he did retire, so please stay retired. But as for this segment, as I said, I really enjoyed it. I just question where it's going. And maybe HBK was just there because it was close to his hometown or something. I don't know where he lives, but apparently it was close. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going. I'm very interested to see. It'd be interesting if HBK is there next week. We'll see what happens, but yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see because I don't know where it's going. So.
This segment wasn't the huge hit that you would automatically expect just by seeing the names CM Punk and Shawn Michaels on paper, but nonetheless, it was still good. And I love the line about the 15-year-old Punk being excited about being kicked in the face by Shawn Michaels. And side note, Shawn Michaels is the type of friend that I want. When he super kicked CM Punk, there were absolutely no fucking questions asked whatsoever. No hesitation at all. He's like, oh, did you put your hands on my best friend? Bop. Knocked you out. Completely over. That's the type of friend that I want. That's ride or die right there. But
I don't blame Punk for the super kick line because, to be honest, I would give money to be stunned by Stone Cold or like sell the people's elbow.
Now, see, I can't say that I would pay money to get pedigreed by Triple H because that would just be weird. So,
hey, I'm gonna go be. Go ahead, drop me.
But yeah, above the segment itself, I'm just intrigued about the possibilities of where it could lead because as you all alluded to, we are at that special time of the year where the WrestleMania card will slowly start to take form and Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania and he's been mixing it up with some of WWE's top stars. This could mean a return to the ring or... David, to answer one of your questions, you said, what's the purpose of Shawn Michaels being there? You do know he has an official position in WWE.
What?
It's Chief Triple H Feud Enhancer. Like, that's actually on his resume. Remember, he was there when it was The Undertaker. He was there with Brock Lesnar. So, you know, when somebody needs to get beat up or something like that, Shawn Michaels just jumps right on in, takes the hit.
Sell a few tickets on the side.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, Triple H is still leeching off Shawn Michaels after all these years. He can't do a feud all by himself.
Hey, but it worked though.
He's not a big boy now.
I don't give a damn. Like Shawn, just like Brandon said, Shawn Michaels is an amazing storyteller, and it's been working. Every single time that Shawn Michaels has made an appearance on Triple H's behalf, he's always added something compelling to the story. And this may be another one of those situations here because, like I said earlier, we're building to a confrontation between CM Punk and Triple H, and that just may be the WrestleMania match, or as we talked about earlier, it could be Daniel Bryan. But the thing that's so shocking to me, going back to Shawn Michaels, it's very shocking how many people are okay with him coming out of retirement. Because I posed a question on my TLC pre-show on PWF Empire, and so many people were saying yes, like come on out of retirement, face Daniel Bryan. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I have no doubt in my mind that the match will be good. That's not a concern of mine. Maybe even amazing. I wouldn't put it past either of them. But it's just that I don't want it to happen. You made that commitment. Stick to it. Stick to it. That's my only problem there.
When you get a one more match chant, it's just going to turn into another one more match chant. People are always just harassing him. And then eventually he's going to be back full-time again. So, like, what's the point? And where does he go after the Daniel Bryan thing? I'm sorry, Daniel Bryan, for being mean to you. Now I'm really retired. Bye.
Yeah, and where does the commitment go? Because, like you said, where does it end? Because if you have one match with Daniel Bryan, what's to say that you won't have a match at the next WrestleMania or the next one after that? Because what's so special about that possible match right there that is the only exception that can be made in the entire world? Because coming out of the match with The Undertaker, there were no exceptions. But then you made one for Daniel Bryan. Who's to say you won't make one for somebody else?
And this is why Stone Cold has the best retirement ever. Just 2 beer cans in the middle of the ring, the double finger salute, and walking out, and not saying a word.
Here's what people have to understand about The Undertaker, though. He's like the measuring stick of respect in the back. If you have his respect, you're pretty much solid at backstage. Because he's like, out of everyone in the wrestling business, he's probably the most respected guy back there. Even more than Vince McMahon, he's probably the most respected guy.
Oh, that's not a question at all. A lot of people hate his fucking guts.
I'm sure backstage. But he's the boss. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, like, when Shawn made that commitment, he's like, yeah, my final match is going to be with you. I'm sure Taker took that to heart because that's the kind of man he is. He's a very man's man kind of thing if you think about it. So I can't see Shawn going back on his word to Taker. I just can't. I know how Shawn is. He's kind of a Christian now, but he still has that little twinge, like, I do what I want kind of personality. But with that, and also with the one more match thing, look at Hogan. He got a one more match chant every. I don't know why people kept asking him for one more match because poor guy, his back is gone. It's a domino effect with one more matches. So I think Shawn should just stay retired. There's no need for him to face Daniel Bryan. I mean, sure, a good story with him being a trainer, even though it's kind of kayfabe-ish. That could be a good thing where a student beats the master kind of thing, but we've seen that 100 times. We don't need to see it with Daniel Bryan and Shawn Michaels. So in my opinion, he should just stay retired. Keep that promise to The Undertaker, the bearer of respect in the WWE and probably pro wrestling, really, in general.
And you damn marks out there better not be pressuring him on Twitter. Leave him alone. Leave Shawn Michaels alone.
Leave Shawn Michaels alone.
Yeah, WWE probably paying him. Like they're probably like, we want you to have that one more match here, millions of dollars, and hopefully he just says no because he shouldn't come out of retirement. Even though it would be a great match, just no, leave it.
One more match, I do what I want.
I don't want him to break his back or something.
His back's already been broken.
Yeah, I know. I don't want him to break it again. I mean, he's not getting any younger. I'm not saying the guy is like on his way to die, but I mean, he's not getting any younger. This guy's like almost 50 years old. Him being flipping around, especially with Daniel Bryan. Can you imagine him kicking him in the chest? Like, Jesus. And don't tell me about Brock Lesnar. I'm nervous for Undertaker's health if they ever do that match. If Brock Lesnar fights Undertaker, that's his during the entrance, Undertaker will just flat out just die. Even before fighting.
He will become the dead man.
Literally.
A freaking heart attack.
But then again, it'd be a good match because you were like, God damn it, Lesnar could actually physically destroy Undertaker.
I think that might be a little too much for me. Like, I love some believability, but I don't know. Yeah, it's too real to me, damn it. Okay, so we have a lot of time to discuss The Undertaker and the implications for his streak at WrestleMania. And we actually will have a special Shots Fired segment on nothing but The Undertaker and his WrestleMania streak. Look forward to that. 2014 coming right at you guys. But we have a few more things to discuss.